Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, I go through the roadmap from week to week, letting you know what has changed. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members who allow me to do these kinds of videos, in particular to my latest channel member, Casey Donaldson. Thank you so much for your support. All of the links are below if you are interested in supporting the channel further. So Alpha 3.11.1 is now on the PTU for everybody. It brings with it some pretty significant bug fixes. Hopefully that will roll out to the live branch ASAP. There is still no sign of the Mercury Star Runner though, but I reckon that will be coming sometime next week. I do still think it will be before the IAE, which is happening on the 20th, so let's hope we see it sooner than later. Anyway, on to the roadmap. So for 3.12 and gameplay, there is a new card, which is Landing Services Update Ordnance Replenishment. This is at 4 out of 6 tasks completed, so only 2 more to go here. And it says for it, we have now hooked up key ordnance on ships, missiles, chaffs and flares in the rest stops functionality to run through the shop service, allowing for proper pricing differentials between items when restocking your ship. This will also require some rebalancing of our current insurance and item prices. Overall, this is a major step forwards towards getting the fully dynamic set prices for landing services functioning. And they said before this change, ordnance like missiles, chaffs and flares had the same price across the verse. For example, all missiles regardless of size were costing 100 Alpha United Earth credits. And with this functionality, ordnance prices will take a step into a realistic pricing model driven by the PU shop surface. As mentioned in the card description, insurance prices will be adjusted along with this, as we don't want to incentivize players to simply self-destruct and reclaim their ships to restock a loadout. But yes, restocking your ship will cost more, but this will be one step towards the economic model that they have planned for Star Citizen. I am very excited to see this coming. Shaping the game up to be more of what it's supposed to be rather than finding just quick fixes is definitely a step in the right direction. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Anyway, next up is the mining UI refactor. That is at 89% complete with 17 out of 19 tasks being done. Last week that was at 4 out of 6. So there's some hefty changes there, but there are still 2 remaining tasks. Station-based refining is at 91% complete with 64 out of 70 tasks being done. 2 were completed over the course of last week, 6 now to go, and as Jared said on this week's Inside Star Citizen, we should learn more about the refining process next week. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to function and what we could be playing in 3.12. The Greycat multi-tool tractor beam is at 54% complete with 14 out of 26 tasks being done. So 4 were completed last week, but they did add another task. So 12 now to go there. Again, quite excited for this. It's going to really shape up the game a bit more, I think. Weapon zeroing tier 0 is in polishing, which is good to hear. And the elevator panel updates are at 67% complete with 10 out of 15 tasks being done. 2 were completed last week, 1 was added. 5 now to go. So on to ships and vehicles. The Esperia Talon and Esperia Shrike are both at 54% complete. 26 out of 48 tasks have been completed, with 3 of them being done this last week. They did add 4 more though, so 22 still to go. And then for weapons, they have the Bearing FS9 LMG at 60% complete, with 3 out of 5 tasks being done. 2 were completed, 2 remain, and the Gemini AO3 sniper rifle is at 56% complete with 5 out of 9 tasks being done. 3 were completed last week, 3 now remain. So they have adjusted the descriptions of a couple of cards. Both of these cards are already in polishing anyway, but the first one is capital ships, turrets and torpedo visual effects and sound effects improvements. The card now reads, improvement to destruction death masks, turret firing, missile trails, torpedo visuals and sound effects to enhance the look and feel of combat and destruction of capital ships. Combat with capital ships will also be visually improved with changes to shield impacts to provide a more visually appealing combat experience. And then the second card that got a little description change was the capital ship combat behavior improvements, and the card now reads, improvements to capital ship AI focused on maneuvering, targeting and weapon use. This involves ensuring that the ship has full awareness of its loadout, available turrets and the size number of combatants it's facing. The pilot will react and position the ship accordingly to each combat scenario. This will be properly utilised when a player enters a rest stop armistice zone with a high crime stat and finds themselves coming up against the Navy Idris that will then be called to help reinforce the law. Very excited for this. So those are the latest changes to the roadmap. Lots of great stuff coming in for 3.12 now, and I believe that yesterday was their go, no-go meeting where they decide if anything is staying or shifting on the roadmap. So there is a good chance that everything in the 3.12 branch is now locked in, but that is not a complete guarantee that things won't shift. More of a good sign that they're sticking. Anyway, with that said, do make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be giving away that Mercury Star Runner as soon as it becomes available, so you must be subscribed. Tick that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live, and hit that like button if you don't mind. It really does the channel a massive favour. Also, you are all more than welcome to hang out with us over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. We always have a good time over there. Apologies that I missed a couple of streams this week. We will be back on that on Monday. Thank you again to my patrons and channel members. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.